Hello everyone, thank you very much for watching Master Jason Feng Shui channel. Today I will talk about two black and five yellow stars that are two negative stars in the Shanggong Flying Star system of Feng Shui analysis. And before I begin, as usual, I will send out my Facebook link so that my viewers can join. And as we are already in the year 2025, although not yet into the lunar month, the lunar year of this Yi Shi, but I will say this kind of flying star effects are already taken place, has already taken place. If you do remember, recently there is a plane crash that has occurred in Korea. So this piece of news, I believe, is recently has been quite quite a hot topic. A plane has actually crashed at the airport. So what actually happened, right? Perhaps we can look at the news, right? On the December, 29th of December 2024. Jeju Air Boeing 737 800, I don't know, that's the plane number, operating as flight 2216 from Bangkok to Muon International Airport in South Korea, crashed during landing, resulting in 179 fatalities out of 181 occupants. So a lot of life has lost during this plane crash, tragically, and incident details, right? Regarding this incident, this aircraft actually departed from Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok, Thailand, bound for Muon International Airport in South Korea. And the crash sequence is such that upon approaching the airport, the plane reportedly suffered a bad strike, leading to landing gear malfunction. The pilots issued Mayday alert and attempted a belly landing without deployed landing gear. The aircraft overshot the runway, collided with a concrete barrier and burst into flames and killing most of the people on board. Casualties-wise, out of 181 people on board, 179 perished, including 175 passengers and 4 crew members. That is a very tragic accident. Those who survive most also suffer from injuries. So it is really very sad. And of course, if you know about this plane crash, it is in South Korea. And if you consider the South Korea direction, it is more towards the northeast. And that is exactly where the two black is where the five yellow star is in the year 2025. If you look at the year 2025 flying star, right, perhaps I will quickly draw it for you so that you will be able to understand what I'm saying. So let me turn on my tablet and also my Apple Pen. So let me take a look at the comments. Yvonne is always very quick to say hi. So greeting to Yvonne also, and also Happy New Year and good evening to you. Thank you very much for always following my live sharing. If you do remember, right, I believe Yvonne may also be familiar with this piece of news that the South Korea, all right, just recently, there has been a very sad accident about this aircraft that was crashed, resulting in the death of about 179 people. So if you look into the world map, right, in ancient time, China always considered itself as the center of the earth, right? So that's the reason why it's called Zhongguo, which is in direct translation is representing the middle or the central country. The Zhong means middle or the central area. So Zhongguo itself, right? Zhongguo itself is considered the center area or central area as in the view of ancient philosopher, right? So South Korea is somewhere towards the northeast, right? Northeast of China. And if you look at the Shuan Gong Flying Star, right? Shuan Gong Flying Star is a feng shui system that most of us feng shui practitioners like to use to know what are the positive and negative directions, right? If you look at the year 2025, right? If you draw the the flying star, the flying star sequence. So right, we will have all right. This is the south. Usually, we will mark it as the top as the south. Of course, you can do it another way around. Perhaps I will just do it another way around for easier, right? For us as modern people, right? Easier for us to understand, right? The south will be having this number 6 star. So I will just mark out the north, south, east, west first for our understanding. All right. So all right. So this is the east. This will be the west. So of course, love. All right, I'll just spell it fully because I realize a lot of Singaporeans are actually not familiar with directions. They don't know what is north, south, east, west. So a love is basically where the near Russia, right, that area of the globe, right, is of your love, right, and whereas the south is of near to New Zealand, right, that area is of your south, all right, and they will never change direction. Some of my clients ask me, will the north, south, east, west change direction every year? I will say no. The north, south, east, west will always remain as the same direction. Okay, so you will not see that 2025 the north will go to the south, or in the 2026 the west will go to the east. It will never happen. So the north will always be the north, the south will always be the south, the east will always be the east, and the west will always be the west. That's why when you open the compass, the needle is always pointing a particular direction. Okay, so directions itself will not change. All right, so this is something that all of us can remember. But in the flying star, they will change, right? Every year we do have a new flying star sequence. All right, something wrong with my tablet, so let me try to reconnect the iPad. So do remember some of the worst direction in the year 2025 are, all right, particularly today, since we are talking about the 2 black and 5 yellow. Number 2 is at the center, and number 5, it is at the northeast. And if you know northeast, right, countries such as Korea are exactly at the northeast of the globe, right, as taking China as the center area of the map, right, the world map. So we have this, strangely, right, we have this Korea having this plane crash. And if you follow recent news, right, in Korea, there has also been a very, kind of like controversy occurring due to the president, of the Korea declaring martial, this martial law, right, or something, and that has resulted in him, being challenged in the sense that a lot of people want him to be, no longer to be the president, right? In early December 2024, South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol declared martial law, accusing opposition parties of being anti-state forces and alleging a conspiracy involving North Korea. This unprecedented move. All right, sorry about the first of its kind in over 4 decades was met with significant domestic and international concern, right? Because not very common that Korea as a democratic country will declare martial law, and this has actually caused a lot of public anger. In a sense, right, after the declaration of this martial law, right, a lot of people is actually wanting the president to step down, right, no longer wanting him to be the president of South Korea, because right, they don't want a government that is authoritative. Okay, so you can see, right, South Korea or even North Korea nowadays is also having some issue, right? They are sending troops to Russia. Reportedly, many of the soldiers right, from North Korea, they also either escaped or they die in the battlefield. So Korea, right, places like Korea, South or North Korea, there is actually where the 5 yellow star is residing. And just to really give you a more complete picture of what the five yellow star is, in Chinese it is called the 五黄星。五黄星呢，在我们的悬空飞星里面呢，是一个属土的星，它是用一个叫做廉贞星来代表的那我同时会用英文跟中文一起讲解，那大家呢就会比较清楚一些我在说些什么那五黄这颗星。好，本身呢，它就是用廉贞这个紫微斗数我们有这个廉贞星那我常常也是说廉贞这个星嘛，它是属丑的，就是化丑它是化丑的，所以丑是什么？就是失去自由的一个代表嘛。丑就是说被囚禁等等这些不好的一些事情发生所以这个是丑，我们要记得呢，通常是代表不好的事情。那它本身是属土的廉贞这个是属土的，好，那它在九宫飞星里面呢是代表大凶星的一个大凶星，然后呢会代表意外所以我们呢能够看得到就是什么很靠近进入这个蛇年的时候嘛，这个 Korea 就有意外，就有这个灾祸有飞机撞飞机然后政治又有很多这种也是代表重大的损失重大的损失，这个是我们这个五黄星所代表的So the five yellow star actually is represented by the 廉贞 star. If you look into 紫微斗数, 廉贞 is a star that is related to the loss of freedom, so to speak, and it is of the earth element, and it is a star that will represent accident, disaster, and also great loss. So in a way, right, you can see Korea losing a lot of life, right, due to the plane crash, and also in terms of North Korea. It is a period of time where a lot of people are being sent to Russia to fight in the Russia-Ukraine war. So definitely, right, you can see that the five yellow star is taking effect already. So in a sense, right, I have also mentioned this many times before, right, that in terms of the prediction that we make now, usually it will take place earlier than expected. And why is that so? Because if you look at the universe that we are in right now, right, is actually expanding. The planets that we see in the sky, they are not staying at the fixed position. In fact, due to, if you believe that the universe was created from Big Bang, the Big Bang, the direction of the Big Bang, of course, is from a very tense, kind of entity that is exploded into the many materials that eventually form the planets. So the universe is expanding, and if our 紫微斗数 and our 八字 is related to the movement of the stars, so the movement of the stars due to the trajectory being getting larger and larger. So the correlation between the occurrences on Earth and the stars, right, in the planet, right, the ancient calendar that was being conceived or being drafted by ancient people will no longer be 100% accurate, in the sense that, for example, the five yellow star is supposed to only be giving out its effect in the after the lunar year has begun in more exactly on the March or February. But we can see that 2 months before that, we are already experiencing all kinds of disasters, right, in regions such as the Korea. Okay, so we have to take a look at this kind of feng shui or flying star. The effect sometimes may be 2 or 3 months earlier than the exact cutoff point of the lunar year, right? So this is something that we have to take look of. 所以呢，就用华语说多一次你能够发现呢，就是在这个大概2个月前嘛，我们农历就是踏入这个蛇年嘛，是在2月3号，对不对？就是 English calendar 的2月3号。可是大概2个月之前，我们就能够了解嘛，Korea 是在东北方的。就它开始就很多这种意外是代表什么？就是代表呢，我们以前古代人写下来的那个 calendar 已经跟现在的太空里面的天体 的那个速度他们行走的速度有一个距离。所以很多时候我也是发现一个问题啊，就是我帮客人算命的时候，很多我帮他们算的东西都比较早发生啊，都比较早发生，可能是说1-2个月啊，3个月这样子哈，比较早发生啊。所以这个是也是 logical 的，因为我们的天体嘛，现在的天体走动的那个速度或者他们的那个轨道，已经跟几千年之前在紫微斗数发明的时候，八字发明的时候。那个速度或者那个轨道已经是不一样的形状，还有不一样的长度了。所以呢，所以有很多时候我会发现呢，很多事情预测的时候呢比较早发生哦，所以这个是我们需要注意的，尤其是我们学八字、紫微斗数跟风水的朋友们。Okay, so to repeat myself, 廉政 is a star that is correlated with the 5 yellow star. It represents disaster, major loss, and it is overall a negative star. And also it would usually bring about health issue. So what in practical terms it means is that at the northeast of your house, you should also take note. In terms of our own personal space, in terms of feng shui, we should never have a loft at the northeast. We should never offend the 5 yellow star by having major renovation. Or even if you have construction site at the northeast, it is also likely to bring about disasters and illnesses and problems to your life or great financial loss or even situations such as accidents. Okay, so try to avoid having major renovation at the northeast in the year lunar year 2025. That is the 6th year. Okay, so as I mentioned, the 5 yellow star is of the earth element, so we can actually overcome the negative energy of the 廉贞五黄星 or the 廉贞五黄 star, right, using metal element. So ancient times, right, in ancient times, usually we will use the imperial ancient coin, 就是我们所说的古帝钱哈 because right, 古帝钱 it is right, 那个我们所说的古帝钱哦，本身是代表呢那个中国几个很有这个我们叫做很有成就的几个我们叫做时代了哈，几十个时代哦，所以嘛，它是代表一个吉利的一个气场的哦，所以嘛我们通常呢它也是呢，我们看到嘛它是有一个情况，就是我们叫做外圆内方的一个情况哦，就是说你看到古地钱嘛，永远都是外面是圆形的，里面是正方形的。那这个也是一个吉利的一个我们叫做一个形状来的，因为我们中国嘛尤其是风水上呢，很喜欢外圆就是呢内方，因为呢里面呢我们有方嘛，方就是代表有分寸。然后呢，做事情有规律哈，有规律是一个好的事情啊哦，所以呢它的外面呢是圆形嘛，圆形就是代表嘛是第一圆形也是代表金属哈，那第二呢圆形也是代表人要懂得圆滑哈，圆滑呢就是我们呢处于这个世界上的时候嘛，要懂得怎么样去好好的处理人际关系，那圆滑嘛。就是一个做人的一个很需要有的一个我们叫做手腕啊，对不对？所以嘛，我们需要用到这个外圆内方做一个人生处事的一个我们叫做人生的一个哲学啦哦。所以呢，我们外圆内方是一个好的一个我们叫做吉祥物啦，可以说是一个吉祥物哦。那那个五帝铜钱呢，通常就是用那5个皇帝来代表的，一个叫做圣字哦，或者有写下来给大家看啊。大家如果对历史是有兴趣的，那同时也是可以就是了解一下我们中国历史啊。有几个皇帝呢，他们管中国的时候嘛，那个中国的贸易啊，还有那个社会都比较安定一些哈。第一个就是圣治，好。然后呢，第二个就是我们的康熙，应该很多人听过哈。第三就是那个雍正，第四就是乾隆，乾隆应该很多人也是认识哈，乾隆皇帝。 然后最后就是那个驾庆了啊，驾庆。所以这个就是呢，我们中国里面5个朝代，就是这5个皇帝呢，管仲的时候最好的5个朝代了哈。那所以呢，他们这个古地铜钱呢，是带着一个吉利的一个我们叫做象征。那我们永远呢，风水里面除了说一些图案啊或者五行以外呢，那个意头或者那个我们叫做寓意啊，它包含着那个 meaning 呢，也是很重要的。所以我们总会用一些比较吉祥的东西哈。当然有些人问那我用英女皇的那个 coins 来做那个化武王的可不可以？那也是可以啊，因为在我们的现代的那个 context 来说嘛 ，the Queen of England right was also a very powerful kind of ruler right during modern time. If you understand the history of England, right, it is one of the most powerful countries in the history of mankind. And it is a country where the sun will never set in the sense that 它是一个太阳永远不会下山的一个国家嘛，哈，整个地球每一个太阳照到的地方都有 England 的那个 colony 啊，对不对？好像曾经香港就是 England 的一个 colony， 印度也是啊，缅马也是啊，对不对？很多好像应该是其他很多国家也是那大家可以去 Google 这些资料哈。总之呢，只要你用的是金属的东西，它本身带着一个吉祥的一个意义，好像英女皇的头像，它的 coins 我们的那个 English pound 的那个 coins， 或者以前香港也是它的 coins 里面是有英女王的那个图案在里面的。那也是可以也是可以用来画2黑5黄的。坦白说，新加坡呢，它的政府也是很聪明，他们的1块钱嘛，我们新加坡的那个$1 coin 也是也是怎么样，也是里面放了一个八卦在里面。那八卦也是一个很好画风水的那个煞气的一个图案来的。如果就是大家。我不需要给大家看，其实以前已经说过就是因为新加坡建地铁的时候嘛，它动到那个新加坡的地气所以嘛就是说新加坡政府呢就用这个$1 coin 里面放了一个八卦，让每个新加坡人都会被保佑了。所以你看新加坡我也说过是一个什么样的国家呢？它是一个需要怎么样的一个国家？需要木的这个元素，因为新加坡是一个以木生弱的一个国家嘛，就是它的建国的那一天。那我们看一下新加坡的那个$1 coin你看里面就有什么东西很直接的里面就有一朵花就是一个代表木的一个元素然后它除了有一朵花在上面呢，还有什么东西？还有这个我们叫什么？这个八角形就是我们的八卦对不对？就是我们的八卦咯。所以其实嘛，它也有那个化武王的一个能量对不对？然后呢，它后面嘛，其实另外一个 design 呢，后面是一个应该是一只老虎跟一只狮子，但老虎本身是属木的嘛，大家如果懂得老虎的生肖是属木的。那狮子本身是属金，那金看那个生水所以你看到新加坡那个狮子鱼嘛，也是一个金跟水一个合在一起的五行的一个吉祥物来的所以这些全部都是政府好好选过的不是随便拿来的所以嘛the wood snake cake is already here. Yes, I will say so, right? So as I have explained earlier, that the energy field as influenced by the Shen Gong flying star has already begun, right? It is already here. But of course, it will even be stronger when we entered into the year 2025, Lunar New Year 2025 of the snake. And if you look at another piece of news, right, that has just taken place today, right? Perhaps I will just open my Facebook because I have recorded it down in my Facebook, that another form of respiratory system is also spreading in China, right? It is called, what is that called? I can't really remember, but let's take a look at this together. This is the latest news. I hope that it will not go viral, but I mean, in terms of the virus, I hope that it will not spread to the rest of the country. But it is really of kind of some kind of concerns, as one of my clients have highlighted to me, China faces new virus outbreak. 5 years after the COVID-19, right? So this is my client updating me as you predated master. Yeah, so I actually responded to him, hoping that this is a piece of sad news, hoping that it won't spread. So what actually happened is that, right? Perhaps we will just look at the piece of news in China. China now is facing a new virus outbreak, and this is called HMPV, human metapneumovirus. More virus. So it's spreading rapidly, causing flu-like and right. Right, I'm a little bit hand, so see if I can. Right, so pardon me. The internet is a little bit choppy because I believe it's happened. All right. I will try to slow down a little bit. Okay, so in the year 2025, the slick year, the Shen Kong Flying Star, the two black, especially the two black, right, is actually at the center, right? If you look back at what I have drawn earlier on, I will try to share with you my tablet again. If you look at it again, right, the two black is actually at the center, and the center represents the central area of the earth, and from an Chinese perspective, it represents China. So will these two black bring about issues such as pandemic or widespread of diseases or virus in the year 2025? I have already mentioned in my earlier YouTube videos that the chances is very high. The chances are very high because this year two black is actually at the center area. Okay, two black is at the center area. All right. It also means China will have a very high chance of reoccurrence of like the pandemic that we experienced in previous years. So all of us must take good care of our health, especially if you're traveling to China for holiday or for business reason. Do remember to take care of your respiratory system by perhaps avoiding crowds, wearing a mask when you go out, etc. All right, because in terms of the two black star, right, it is a star that is closely related to illnesses. Okay, so in terms of the two black star, I will also give you a very thorough explanation as to what is it actually. Okay, the two black star is also a star called the 病符星. In terms of direct translation, all right, perhaps I will just write down 二黑，它是代表巨门哦。那巨门这个星就是代表什么？嘴巴嘴巴，我写繁体字了哈，对不起啊，有时候忘记简体字怎么写啊，嘴巴嘴巴是不是应该是这样写啊？我没有写错。好，总之呢是代表我们的喉咙，我们的那个 throat area， 我们的鼻子啊，口腔啊，还有喉咙这一方面的啊。所以嘛，就是说我们要注意咯，嘴巴喉咙鼻子 ，right your nose your throat your mouth right your oral your nose respiratory system. Because in 紫微斗数, right, if you look at the star 巨门, whenever 巨门 is being paired with a negatively enhanced star, especially if it is overlapping with your health domain, it will always bring about illnesses. So that's why in the year 2025, year of the slick after, usually, right, as I also mentioned, right, this kind of effects will take place 2 months or 3 months earlier. And the slick year, we are entering into the slick year on the 3rd of March. But now in December, we are already observing this kind of viruses being spread. Of course, at this stage, we can't tell whether it is a pandemic. But looking at history, China has a habit of not disclosing the actual developments in their country, unless it is of very alarming kind of if like it has escalated to an alarming situation. So China is dealing with an outbreak of the HMPV, right? As reported, right? So it is spreading rapidly, right? Some claiming that hospitals and crematories are overwhelmed. Again, very much like what happened during the COVID-19. Videos shared online show crowded hospitals with some users saying that multiple viruses, including influenza A, HMPV, mycoplasma, pneumonia, and COVID-19 are circulating. There are, okay, perhaps I will just enlarge the text for those people who are using a handphone to, read maybe, all right, I crashed my Opera, sorry, I crashed my Opera browser. So let me start over again, right? My birthday is always clashing with a technical issue, right? I always have technical issues occurring, all right? But let me read for you, okay? Right. So we have the latest, right? China declares state of emergency, right? All right, let me share the screen. I'm sorry, sometimes technical issue will just happen, right? And let me be more, Okay, so let me go slower, okay, and try to show you from what is being reported online. Of course, no one knows whether it's true because nowadays a lot of news is being spread. But there will be no smoke without fire. I'm sure something is happening right now in China. So, breaking news, all right, China declares state of emergency as epidemic overwhelmed hospitals and crematories. Multiple viruses, blah 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 blah. All right, I have read before, including influenza A, HMPV, mycoplasma, pneumonia, and COVID-19 are spreading rapidly across China. So they have actually uploaded some video. I'm not sure if it can be viewed. It is hosted on it's hosted on the previously the Twitter. So we can see, I'm not sure if I can turn on the sound, not sure if the video has sound, but we can see people lining up, right? In hospital, it is a children hospital, and we can see a lot of people masked up, and definitely a big crowds. Not likely due to Chinese New Year yet, because we have yet to enter into Chinese New Year. This crowd is not likely due to any kind of Chinese New Year celebration. But we can see clearly that this is definitely a medical facility, right? We can see people sitting on those chairs that are commonly found in hospitals, people wearing masks, and there are clinics, right? There are indoor clinics, and with nurses walking around, people scanning their temperature, etc., etc. Seems to be really crowded, right? So I really can't tell, right? If but as we, right, because it is not officially reported, usually China will take a rather long time before they want to officially announce any form of disaster. But meanwhile, right, a news report by Reuters has said that China's Disease Control Authority said on Friday that it was a piloting monitoring system. So we can see, right, some kind of some kind of monitoring systems is already in place. So it means that something is definitely occurring, emerging. Okay, so let's hope for the best of China. For China. So even some of the news online
中
reported.
国北京医
Yeah,
院
we just
熟悉
listen
景象
to
又
it, right?
回来了。
北京儿研所急诊门口全是患者，走都走不开了。多少人？
疫情升温，医院人满为患，要打点滴一床难求，儿童门诊更是大排长龙。
好家伙，儿童医院这人一进来就脑袋疼，这人乌泱乌泱的，您看看。
中国疾控中心19号表示，全国急性呼吸道传染病呈现持续上升趋势，表示这波疫情以 A 型 H1N1 流感病毒为主，只是民众显然不买单。
So right, we can see that I believe this piece of news, this video is actually made by Taiwan media. And I will say, right, Taiwan, their news most of the time is very quick. and the accuracy wise, I would say is rather reliable. They will not anyhow make some news without evidence. So how does it relate to the Shanghai Flying Star in 2025? So right, that's why I have already made prediction earlier. 2025 is not going to be a smooth ride. It is likely to be disastrous, especially for China, right? So the reoccurrence of pandemic, there is a very high chance, right, of it happening again, and it has already taken place. Right now is this January. Right now is January. Right, next month already February. So as we enter into 2025, all of us please take good care. All right, we can't deny the possibility that this kind of virus like the one that is having right now, what is it called again? HMPV, right? HMPV may actually be spread to Singapore, given that there is, every day a lot of Chinese people, they visit Singapore for work, for holiday, or for whatever reason. So I do hope that all of us, right, will maybe, take some precaution, like wear a mask when we all go out, avoid crowded places, etc. Because Feng Shui has already spoken to us, right? LED stars frequencies are clearly stated to us every year. So we should not take it lightly, right? We should not take it lightly. So that is my take for what is going to happen in 2025. And then, right, other things that two black star will also represent, right, is things like illnesses. Usually, illness that is related to the respiratory system, because Jimen is a star that's related to the two black. So I will say things such as 疾病, of course, 疾病 is illnesses, right? Illnesses. And also, right, any kind of in terms of even like earthquake may take place also for two black. So it will be a year filled with earthquake. Will China experience earthquake or even volcanic eruption, 地震 or all kinds of 火山爆发这种是有机会的因为这种都是呢我们古代的人对天文地理的一种预测。那通常二黑道的地方也是比较多那种天灾人祸他们说，所以今年2025年对中国来说会不会是一个好的年份呢？我觉得不会。对韩国也是会有很多问题，当然日本也是在东北所以日本也是会有很多问题，或者在那一带就是台湾、中国、日本这些地方，韩国这些地方会有很多 military conflicts， 就是说我骂你，你骂我，然后突然间又发一下火箭，那个火箭发过去，告诉人家我中国只要发一个火箭，你整个日本或者整个台湾就会没了，就是这种很多这种military or political conflicts will occur in the year 2025, especially in the this region, right? China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, this region. Okay, so it's not going to be peaceful. If this area is all having problem, it's not a positive thing for Singapore also, because we have very close business ties with all these countries. Okay, so I will just pre-warn all of us, right? That is going to be quite disastrous, right? For the next 3 years, we also observe that the water element is missing, and whenever water element is missing, it will bring about escalation in terms of military warfare, explosion, volcanic eruption, airplane crashing, exploding. This kind of situation will always occur. And other very weird thing that will happen is that people will get angry easily, right? Somehow they will just become very hot-tempered. And if you go and read recent news, right? A lot of recent news in Singapore is also always about people getting angry for a low reason and take out a knife and stab each other or one another in the society. So please, all of us, stay calm, stay, get rid of our anger. Try to stay as peaceful as possible, right? Don't get angry. Being angry will not help you in anything, okay? So all of us should also cultivate this positive mindset of staying calm, be like water, right? Be like water, my friend. always be humble, right? Be calm, be cool, right? This will help the society to be a much better place, or the world to be a much better place. But ultimately, right, this two black illness star is also of the earth element, so it can be overcome with metal, right? This metal energy. Okay, so that's the reason why I have already created the the what I call perhaps I will show you, right? I have already created something for all of us to be placed at home, so that you can minimize the 2 black and 5 yellow stars negative energy as much as possible, due to the fact that they really do bring about negative energies and influences. You cannot neglect that. You can forget about all the positive stars, where are they, what to do to enhance them, but you should not neglect these 2 black and 5 yellow star. And I have already created this very, I personally believe is a very elegant looking, simple but beautiful talisman for all us to place at the northeast and the center area of the house. I have given it the name called the, right, a Chinese name that is called, right, okay. Where they are, okay, 金福满堂 is the Chinese name of this talisman that I created, especially for overcoming or for countering the 2 black and 5 yellow star in the year lunar year 2025。好，就是一个金福满堂的一个神符。为什么叫做神符呢？因为你能够看到呢，它上面真的有那种符咒哈。这个呢，都是一些比较能够帮我们化煞，还有呢带来财富的一些符咒了。它都是用朱砂写的。那我们呢，在道教上面呢，朱砂是可以挡煞的。其实我们很多嘛画太岁的符，还有一些我们所说的护身符，都是用朱砂的墨来写的。那这个里面的墨呢，都是用朱砂来把那个符写上去啊。那当然中间就有一个金色的一个我们所说的一块金了哈，因为呢这个金就是用来画武王的，二黑武王的，里面写了一个福的字，因为呢它是一个金生水的一个代表，水就是为财嘛，福气这个字呢其实就是代表水的哈，那金生水就很容易画到二黑武王，整个背景也是白色的哈，然后呢配上了朱砂写的那个符咒呢，是很容易可以让我们在家里面画掉那个二黑虎王。Okay, so this talisman is actually the golden fortune field hall talisman for the year 2025. Is a talisman to neutralize the 2 black and 5 yellow star. So you guys can read through the information. It is able to neutralize the 2 black and 5 yellow star because the 2 black star, as you know, is an illness star. The 5 yellow star is also known as the disaster star. So we can use this gold color, this piece of gold, right? That is, of course, of the metal element to neutralize the 2 black and 5 yellow star. And in terms of feng shui, Fu is a star, is a character that represents fortune. So this is also able to bring about wealth, energy, a positive fortune, ensuring health and safety also for the households due to the talisman here, or all for enhancing fortune and luck, and also for balancing the elements of the 2 black and 5 yellow, right? We usually don't use things to crash the 5 yellow or 2 black. 就是说呢，我们风水跟八字都有一个理论，就是说很多东西都是宜化不宜冲。就是说呢，如果呢二黑五黄是属土的嘛，你不可以用木去冲克它。没有时候呢，你克它，它反而嘛，它的反抗的能力就越大那个二黑五黄的那个能量就更加大，尤其是现在木来说嘛，在离卦九运很容易生火，所以我们用金去化那个土的能量是比较好，卸掉那个不好的能量。我也是做过一个 metaphor 哈，就是说为什么二黑五黄看到金嘛，它就会变得没有那么凶呢？就等于一个妈妈，她是黑社会的妈妈你可以想象，她做很多坏事情，杀了很多人，骗了很多人的钱。可是当她生孩子的那一刻嘛，他永远都会有一颗慈悲心的，对他生出来的东西有一个爱心或者一个包容关爱的心，就等于嘛那个土星的人呢，他遇到金呢，他生孩子出来的时候呢，他那个凶性一定会减低，所以我们用金属的东西来化掉二黑五黄。当然我也是说你可以用其他东西用一些金属的摆设品 金属的鼓地钱啊等等都可以画二黑五黄，所以不一定需要用我的。可是呢，这个是我一个家传的一个秘方。如果呢你是觉得是说也想尝试用或者呢觉得它能够是说蛮漂亮的，能够 decorate 你的 house 带来一个吉祥的一个气氛。那你可以联系我，我可以呢做一个给你，全部都是 custom 的不是在淘宝买，然后呢在 internet 再卖给你放配卖给你，全部都我自己亲手做的每个都是一边念经一边写一边把那个印打上去的所以这些是一个可以画二黑五黄的一个很好的一个方法所以嘛 if you really interested, do let me know, because all these handmade not bought from Taobao and selling you at double the price. It is all handwritten by me when I chant and meditate, and I chant the prayers and as I write them and create them. So not of course it's not compulsory. You can also use the ancient coins, other kind of metallic decoration. But I would say this is something passed down to me by my father. And is something that my family itself will often use during Chinese New Year. So I will recommend you to use it also if you find it to be appropriate or suitable for your house. And it is a very effective way to overcome 2 black and 5 yellow star in your internal environment in terms of your就是说你的就是家里面的风水了可是到最后还是尽量如果你要去东北的地方，好像韩国日本中国或者台湾这些地方，今年真的要比较小心的因为有很多动乱，这些地方会有很多动乱 ，social unrest, illnesses, virus spreading, or military conflicts. All these things will occur at the northeast of the globe this year, and also at China as the center area of the so-called, from Chinese point of view, as the center area of the earth. So do take care if you do go to China. Do your best to stay safe and prevent this kind of respiratory system issues or any kind of disasters, natural disasters. Okay, so hopefully today's explanation is a clear one, and all of us is able to understand something about the 2 black and 5 yellow stars and do whatever we can to counter them. So thank you all for watching. And I just came back from my work, right? I spent the whole day with my clients. Even in Sunday, I didn't rest. So I will go for my dinner right now. And, wishing all of you a beautiful Sunday evening. And thank you all for watching. Any questions, please feel free to WhatsApp me anytime, right? And I will see you all in the next live video. And have a beautiful Sunday night. See you and thank you.